What's up, guys? It's Teen Talks by AJ, and today we're going to be talking about a very common question. Is being different a superpower? My first say for you is we are all different. You know, a lot of us do live in a melting pot. This is a multicultural society, okay? And because we live in different places in the world, we experience a lot of different people, which is fine because your difference is your signature, is your uniqueness, and it is ultimately your power.
And your brand.
Yes.
I have one really, really important point about why it's amazing to be different. First of all, your gifts solve problems that other people can't.
True.
In the book of Romans 12 verse 6, this is the New Living Translation version, by the way, it says, "In His grace, God has given us different gifts for doing certain things well." So if God has given you the ability to prophesy, speak out with as much faith as God has given you. So that means that if you are being shy or timid about your gifts, you are wasting it.
True.
Because God has given you the gift to make an impact on your world.
Yeah.
God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind.
Speaking of impact, you know Taylor Swift, right? Taylor Swift was once bullied for her deep love for country music and songwriting. A lot of times she was avoided at lunch and, you know, she wasn't invited to parties. You know, all those things.
Yeah.
She was really bullied sometime before in her college or secondary school, I think. Something like that, yeah. Anyway, Taylor Swift did use the silence. She used her loneliness to create songs and, you know, to continuously feed her gift of country music, her love for country music. And now today, we all know her. Like, look at the Eras Tour. She's huge right now. She used her difference, she used her uniqueness to brand herself and to bring herself to the world. And now she's literally called the Queen of Pop. Crazy.
Also, God uses ordinary people in extraordinary ways. I found that actually crazy when I thought about that. I was like, am I sure about this? But then I realized that there are so many examples of people in the Bible that seem so ordinary, I would say.
True.
For example, Moses. I mean, he wasn't technically like ordinary.
Yeah.
He was just a Hebrew boy born into the palace, a prince. He killed a slave master somewhat.
Egyptian, yeah.
He took and he was exiled, I think. Yeah, he was exiled.
Yeah, he was.
And then God spoke to him. He was just a shepherd.
I mean,
Even David, he was just a shepherd. He seemed so ordinary. He seemed so usual.
he was even the youngest, so that's the least person you would expect to be king. Get what I mean?
Because in the olden days, like, the older you are, the more powerful you are.
Yeah.
Somewhat. Not somewhat.
Something like that, yeah.
Literally. So it wasn't expected at all for David to become king, not queen.
Yeah.
And also Gideon as well. Gideon, that one just blew my mind.
Yeah.
Because the Amalekites were really, really raiding Israel, and he was just an afraid little man.
I also remember he did say that his family was the weakest of warriors, like the least likely to be a warrior, and he was the
youngest.
Yeah, youngest again, which is somewhat quite ordinary in those perspectives. Yeah.
Basically, he was someone with a lot of fear in him. Like, as in, if he sees an Amalekite, he just start running.
And literally hid. I remember he was hiding.
So there was no way for him. How do you remember?
Oh, I remember, of course. In the Bible, it does say that he hid from the Amalekites a lot.
Oh, I thought like she saw it.
Obviously.
I was gonna get scared.
Yeah.
How can you see stuff? Anyway, apart from that, there's also Queen Esther. She was just an ordinary girl living with her cousin.
She was actually once called Hadassah. Yeah.
Yes. But she had to move into the palace, change her name so she doesn't show her heritage.
Basically rebrand herself.
So many things makes us different.
Yeah.
Also, in the book of 1 Peter 4 verse 10, it says, God has given each of you a gift from His great variety of spiritual gifts. Use them well to serve one another. Like, I'm just going to lay it on even more thick. You cannot be timid about your gift. You can't be timid about it because you might not. Just don't be afraid for people to feel like, oh, she's so weird, or he's so weird,
or she's so smart, or whatever. All that.
Like, have some swagger, like,
express yourself.
Exactly.
You've got to do it.
That's what brands you,
and that's what makes you different and powerful.
For example, Taylor Swift.
Yes, example Taylor Swift. Anyway, just to round this all up, we have the book of Psalm 139.
NIV version.
Yes. And the verse 14. Here David is praising God. He says, I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I bet you Christians have heard of this before. Your works are wonderful and I know that full well. What does this mean? Fearfully, the word fearfully actually means that David was reverencing God and he was awestruck. Just to tell you how wonderful you are, he was awestruck by the works that God has done in him. And also, wonderfully means that you're unique and particular, you're distinct. Together, in the same verse, this can signify that you are made with sublime craftsmanship of the Most High. Therefore, you must enjoy yourself, enjoy your gifts, enjoy your differences. It doesn't matter if you are called weird or whatever. Express yourself.
Also, I think fearfully actually means that you are meticulously made, because when you're doing something with a bit of fear, like for example painting, you don't want to just do it anyhow to make sure it's spoiled.
Yeah,
you want to do it carefully and more meticulously and diligently.
Yeah.
So I think that he's saying that even though God creates so many people per day, so many people, he just didn't say like, I stand by fingers, by the way.
Yeah, I mean,
he didn't say, oh yeah, David, just put any set of eyes and nose, do anything, honestly, angels, do whatever. Just make sure he's created and just dump him into some random family. He did it carefully. So that means God spent his time making you intentionally
and purposefully to carry out the purposes of God on earth. So you must enjoy your gift, you must enjoy yourself and continue to be who you are, continue to express yourself, enjoy the gift that God has given to you because it is for signs and for wonders, for exploits and to make God proud.
Okay, don't forget to like, share, comment, do whatever. Just support us in every way you can because we're kind of new in this industry, I would say. And your support will be really appreciated. Thank you.